Previously on Daredevil Born Again, Vanessa. What's up, everybody? It's the Maganda Forever podcast. I'm your host, Matt. I'm your host, Vince. And I'm your host, Monica. And we're all back. Don't worry. There's no video. Just trust that we're all here. Don't read the description. Everything's fine. Don't check social media. No, it's just me. I had to talk about Daredevil. I had to come on here. Those other fools left me. One of them decided to get married. The other one came down with a serious case of the children. And just me doing this podcast by myself. Because, I'm the only one about it. Only one serious about this. Fucking Vince comes to me and he just gives me a Daredevil ear. He's like, yo, you know what you got to do. And I'm like, no, a line was crossed. And then Kuya was like, you're a Ninong. Anyway, let's see. Let's get into the fucking Daredevil. Let's summarize this. So it starts out with a 1 year ago flashback. Oh, by the way, last episode we ended on a Bullseye trying to shoot Fisk in the heart, but Matt jumps in front and no one thinks to question him. Like, how did you hear that bullet coming? Did you taste it coming? Like, well, how did you? No, just brush it off. But whatever. Anyways, there's a year ago flashback to Bullseye, and he's in some kind of mental institution, even though he went fucking ham and killed everybody in a bar. I guess I don't know how that works, but Vanessa is now in there, and she's like, "I need you." She's all touching him and shit, and like, okay, lady, you're still married, but all right. But she gets him out of there so that he can go and kill Daredevil. No, I mean not Daredevil. Sorry, Foggy. I'm getting all mixed up here. It's just me. Okay, give me a break. I don't have two co-hosts anymore. I have to do this whole shit by myself. Fucking slackers. Anyway, so yeah, he's out. She needed him to kill Foggy. And it's not revealed till later in this episode why. You'll find that out later. But then it cuts to present, and Matt's like in a hospital, and he's all like, that's the same bullshit. He's trying to convince his girlfriend that Fisk is dangerous. But she still doesn't buy it for some reason. I don't know. Maybe she's drinking the Kool-Aid. She does become, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just going to say it anyway. Whatever. Kuya's the summarizer, not me. She does become the head of, therapy. What's the city council? Head of therapy. That sounds good. The head of therapy later at the end of the episode, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, Matt's in the hospital after that fallout. Fucking Fisk is out there. He's in like some kind of hotel with Vanessa, and he's got blood on his shit. And like, I don't know why this guy just wears white every time he knows he's about to get attacked. He wears white, and then he gets out of that suit eventually later and gets more blood on him in a white suit again. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. I can't. This is hard. Cut me a break, okay? Anyways, yeah. So Matt's in the hospital, and then like Fisk, after he calms down with Vanessa, he goes to like give a. He gathers everybody in his mayor office, and like he's trying to figure out the next steps. He's trying to go hard. He's like, we want fire and brimstone on these motherfuckers. He's talking about how he wants to like just give his task force full reign to just kill anybody out on the streets. He was going fucking ham. Encouraging. This dude was going ham. The police commissioner was like, "You're just going to condone," and he was like, "Encouraging. Oh, my style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. I want to eat his children, Vanessa." And yeah, he was just going fucking ham. And then he talks to Sheila, the only one who seems to have a conscience in his cabinet. Oh, but then she fucking rats out the commissioner, and that gets interesting. I'm getting ahead of myself again. I don't know how to do this in order. My brain is everywhere. What comes next? Oh yeah, and then he pulls Buck aside, the British guy, and he's like, "Hey, yo, Buck, I need you to handle this motherfucker. Go in and stick him with a needle." Matt Murdock with the needle in the hospital, and he's like, "Yeah, we can use his death as like a galvanizing catalyst to let us do whatever the fuck we want." And so Buck goes to the hospital, and I swear to God, when when it had that same angle, it was like an upwards angle of like just the bottom of his jacket and his pants, and he had like a gift bag or something, and he was walking slowly into the hospital. And I swear that shit reminded me of Punisher's intro in Daredevil season 2, Netflix. And I really thought I thought it was gonna be a bait and switch where you think it's gonna be Buck coming in to kill Matt Murdock, but turns out it's Frank, and it's like a callback to the first time we see him, but it wasn't, which is cool. I mean, yeah, you need to know that the threat is Buck. He's coming in. He's got a needle. That motherfucker really did go ham on that gift basket, though. He really had a bear in there. He really had a card, a get well soon card. And I bet he signed his name in there. What the fuck? Why did he do so much for that gift basket? Anyway, Matt, he hears him coming. He slips out. I thought there might be some action, but he goes to he gets out, he goes to his apartment. As soon as he steps in, he smiles, and you can already guess who's in his apartment. It's gonna be motherfucking Punisher in there. And I don't know if it's just me, but I did not like their stupid sitcom banter. I feel like they're getting a little too comfy with each other. I mean, I know that Daredevil did cross a line and did try to kill some Bullseye in the first episode, but I mean, he's still supposed to be a little holier than thou. He's still supposed to be on on Punisher's ass about killing. But no, he and Frank are having a back and forth. Fucking, hey, Red, you're a wall-to-wall asshole. Oh yeah, Frank. Oh, how about that aftershave and haircut? What's your new name, Nightgown Man? I don't know. Yeah, it was a little too much for me. The fight. Let's talk about the fight, the apartment fight. So I've been noticing a little, they got a little, what do you call it? They got a kind of like a signature for Bullseye in this new show. In the past Daredevil seasons, he would throw his like billy club fully. Like you would see the billy club flying, and then it would like bounce off surfaces and then come back to him. But like in the Muse fight and in the Bullseye fight in the first episode, I've been noticing that he's kind of using like his billy clubs as like a long distance nunchuck almost. He'll throw one end of it. It'll hit someone in the head and then bounce around. He was using it to hit multiple people in the first appearance when he came down from that skylight. Hella slow, by the way. I thought he should have fell a little faster, but that's another gripe. But yeah, he was whipping that thing around, and it was bouncing, and then he connects it as one long billy club. I thought that's kind of interesting. He's using it in a new way, sort of. They're really flexing that bigger budget this season. Even though I feel like some of the choreo is kind of lacking. I know I'm not the only one. That CGI definitely lacking, but the choreo is kind of lacking. I like when he disarmed that one dude. He was holding like the rifle partly, and then he used the long billy club when the two things are joined. He was using them to like break his arm and leg and shit. That was kind of cool. The only choreo I really liked in this fight scene was everything done in real time. There's a lot of slow-mo. Fucking Frank jumping over the counter with his fucking grunt and shit. What else? Yeah, there's a lot of slow-mo. I wasn't feeling the slow-mo. The real-time shit was dope. My favorite part was at the end when Punisher comes in, throws that knife in that dude's hand, kind of like in Cap on Winter Soldier. That was kind of clean. And then Daredevil does his little long-distance nunchuck again. I had to play it over again, do it slow, because I wasn't sure if he threw the billy club or if he did the long-distance nunchuck again, but it was a long-distance nunchuck. And then Frank fucking brains that other dude at the door. Oh, and we find out that the black cop, yes, the black cop, that's the only descriptor I can come up with. The black cop is the one who killed Hector Ayala, because we find his stupid bullet. And then, yeah, Frank's trying to off these guys, but, Daredevil's doing this. Oh, no, there's another way. But you just fucking ends them. And then someone drops a grenade and they jump out in the most low-budget way ever. I swear to God, there's something about the old seasons they hid the budget and the creativity. They were much more creative with choreo. Even on the rooftop parts and like the high-flying stuff, I think it felt more natural. In this one, they just jump out the window and then you see the inside of a car get smashed. And like some extras jump out the side of the window, like roll off the car, and then you see them come up, and could have been better. But overall, that was a cool action scene. Let me see. Oh yeah, and then they're on the street. Oh, another thing I noticed is that on Frank's his little costume there, he kind of has a more of a costume. This appearance, it's kind of like a SWAT suit. But then he has the Punisher insignia, of course, on the vest. And then he has like an America patch on his arm. And I thought it was going to be that dumb blue line. I kind of had to pause it a couple of times in the in the apartment, but no, it wasn't. It was just the lighting. When Karen has her headlights on them, that kind of shows you that it's faded, but it's a real American flag. So I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, Punisher is going in on these. He called it fanboys. I'm not playing patty cake with these guys. Red. He went fucking ham on those cops. Dude was, oh my god, just knifing these guys. Anyways, yeah, Karen returns. They have a little powwow at Frank's hideout. We see Frank pop more pills. I do not like pill popping Frank. I kind of like the masochistic when he's like, I deserve this pain. I'm just gonna tough it out. I'm gonna set my own bones, stitch myself, which he's doing. But then he's popping pills, and it's like, there's a guy in here who feels like 1,000 times more pain than you, and he's not doing anything right. It's like, come on, don't be a bitch, Frank. Anyways, it cuts to. I really like Michael Gandolfini. This is the next part. It's when Daniel and Buck are like threatening city council, and he's like, he's just all in his shit. He's kind of comfy now because as being Fisk's right-hand man, he's like, hey, I know you got some offshore accounts, and I know you're fucking around and shit. And like he's like threatening him. I really like Michael Gandolfini, especially when he's around BB Urick. My ideal cameo is it? No. What would you call it? An interaction between MCU characters would be if BB Urick joins the Daily Bugle as like a writer, and then Peter joins as a photographer, and then they're just like having lunch one day, but they're not facing each other. They don't know that the other person is on the other side of the bench, and then just out of nowhere they both start to say, I wish I could really find who killed my Uncle Ben, and then they just become best friends. That would be fucking dope. Ben friends, dude. Oh my god, that would be my ideal collab right there. MCU collab, bringing the Bens together. So many Bens in the MCU. I just realized there's gonna be Benjamin Grimm, dead Uncle Ben, Ben Urich, and Benjamin Poindexter Bullseye. Which am I the only one who hates that Bullseye has a fucking character and like a sympathetic background? That shit's bullshit. I don't like it. I like that Bullseye is Daredevil's Joker. He just is. He's a force of nature. You're not supposed to sympathize with him. He's supposed to be crazy and there's no rhyme or reason, but they gave this motherfucker a Dexter backstory just so they could call him Dexter. I mean, I know that his alter ego is Benjamin Poindexter in the Ultimate comics, but that shit was whack, dude. No, just give me classic Bullseye. With a missing tooth. They got that. They got the missing tooth, but with the head carving with the bullseye. Yeah, give me that guy. Give me the crazy one. Oh, where are we now? Okay. Oh, okay. So, Punisher hears about Red Hook. Am I fucking doing this in the wrong order? I am. Okay. Before that, oh fuck. Daredevil and Karen. They track down Foggy Nelson's old files. And the reason they do that is because they realize that Foggy was confident that he won the case that ultimately got him assassinated by Bullseye. He was going to file a motion to dismiss. And what he found was that the Red Hook area that Fisk is putting so much money into developing is actually a sovereign fucking place. Like just that port. Somehow they kind of glossed over that. Like, oh yeah, it happens all the time. Like what? What? So the Hand didn't think to do this, but motherfucking some random criminal just decides to. I said that weird criminal. Anyway, that's nitpicky. That's mad nitpicky. But yeah, so Red Hook is apparently sovereign, and so basically, the Fisks will have carte blanche to do all that kind of money laundering and shit and illegal and legal activities over there to get all that money. Can move billions, Vanessa, billions. And they found out because Foggy was going to dismiss the case because his client technically wasn't breaking the law because it was a sovereign area at Red Hook. But Vanessa didn't want that coming out, so she had Bullseye murk Foggy Nelson, and that's why he was killed. And some crazy speculation coming out that Foggy's actually alive. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that the creators will do that kind of fucking. It's a cheap rug pull. I don't think they would do that. But some people were saying, oh, the reason she got Bullseye was because he has precise aim. He could fake an assassination, and then Foggy could hide his heartbeat so that he could go into witness protection. I don't know. It happened in the comics. People are just trying to draw parallels to the comics. But I doubt. I mean, what's his name? Eldon Henson's coming back for season 2, but I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be flashbacks. I won't get into season 2 footage or spoilers here because I know some people are sensitive to that. Speaking of comics, just overall, this is called Born Again, but it's really not based on the Born Again storyline. The Born Again storyline is when Karen is like strung out on drugs, and then she sells Matt Murdock's secret identity to the Kingpin, and then Kingpin tries to like tear his life apart. This one is kind of more based on the Devil's Reign story arc, where Fisk really does become the mayor, and he really does try to get rid of vigilantes. Let's see, where am I? I'm getting lost here. Okay. So Punisher finds out about Red Hook from the police scanner, or no, walkie-talkie that he took off one of the dead cops. And so he goes there. He just comes in and knifes this guy in the neck. He's going fucking ham. Approaches the police. At first they're hesitant, but then he starts with the I like the action, but he's not as tactically sound as he should be. Like, he wouldn't just charge in there and just start killing people. He would have a better plan, I think, or at least do what Matt and Karen ended up doing, and do some recon, then do it later. But no, he went in strong. They captured his ass. They beat his ass, and then he gives kind of like a weak monologue. Not even a monologue. He's just, you think you know my pain. You think everyone's clowns. You're all clowns. I kind of expected more, but only because I read the comics like a purist. In the comics, he says, you're cops. You're not supposed to be looking up to me. You're supposed to be looking up to people like Captain America. That would have been a dope nod, especially since Anthony Mackie needs all the help he can get as Cap. People are really trashing his shit, and it's not his fault. He's doing a decent job. But yeah, I kind of wish they kind of dropped some of that Cap love in there. He is supposed to be a Cap fanboy, but then again, he's supposed to be a Steve Rogers fanboy, not a Sam Wilson fanboy. So I guess that is in fitting with the character. But still, it would have been nice to have some substance other than, I wouldn't piss on you if you're on fire. So I don't know, but anytime there's a Marvel work that's not directly the Punisher, but the credits in the beginning say, and John Bernthal, I get fucking hyped, bro. I get fucking hyped. He killed it. He killed it in this appearance. I liked it. I just wish they gave him more to work with during that speech. I like hearing him use all three of his different Punisher voices. He'll have that that eerie whisper when he's talking close to, Red, you're half measure, Red. Yeah. And then he has a yell. It's like, Russo! And then he has just his normal talking voice. It's like, you're a wall-to-wall asshole, Red. He has all three of those, and it's kind of nice when he mixes it up. But I feel like in this episode, he kind of just, he was kind of just normal speaking voice and whispering voice. You didn't really see him get to while out. Okay, and then there's a fake out where Daredevil and Karen, they go to the fucking docks, and you expect Matt to go in there with his ninja shit and just take everybody down. I mean, they are just fucking civilians after all. He's fought ninjas, guys, and he couldn't hear them. He had to listen to the sounds of swords, whatever the fuck that means. He definitely could have done it. I mean, yeah, he got shot in the shoulder, and they kind of were stretching that. I mean, during the apartment fight, he really was nursing that left side. That was kind of nice that they kept the consistency there. He wasn't just, super adrenaline, Rambo motherfucker in that fight. It made sense that they didn't go in. I wanted him to, like everybody else wanted him to, I'm sure. But they come up with a plan. They had this little, I'm in the darkness. Yeah. But I don't even remember the fucking speech. I'm not going to try to remember it. I'm just giving you the gist. Okay. Just me. All right. 3-1 hosts. Okay. I'm doing my best. All right. Shit. So, she's like, the city's going through it too. We can get through this. And he's like, yup, we can. We need an army. And that's when I got fucking hyped. Because I was expecting, like everybody else was expecting, the motherfucking Defenders, but no, that was deliberate, by the way. Well, the director of this finale said that he purposely didn't feature the Defenders because that really would bring too much hope for the second season, which I agree with. In hindsight, he was right. Because if you fucking open it up and you see Luke Cage's big fucking brolic yoked ass there, that alone, I mean, Mayor Luke, bro. Mayor Luke for life. But I mean, you have him. Fucking, you got Iron Fist. Bring back that terrible actor. Bring back Finn Jones. Give him another chance. I believe it was the material. It wasn't him. He could redeem himself. And Kristen Ritter, of course. If you see all four or all three of them in there, and you know they're winning. But they had fucking, I mean, they went the other direction with it. It was so underwhelming. They had, what, Josie in there? What's she gonna fucking do? I made Molotov cocktails for you guys. Like, what? Why is Josie in there? Why? Okay, Cherry makes sense. I can't remember if the lawyer was in there. I doubt it, because they're gonna be doing, like, extrajudicial shit, so probably not her. Karen's in there with her 45. Maybe she'll shoot somebody. And some, like, a small standing table of rent-a-cops. Like, mall security for real. What the fuck are they? That's an army. You said army, and you got a motherfucking what? A neighborhood watch. That was fucking whack. I mean, you could have at least had like one vigilante in there, maybe like an Easter egg, maybe. I don't know. You could. I mean, they showed Angela Del Toro, who's gonna be the next White Tiger, Hector Ayala's niece. They showed her, but I mean, they could have had her like pulling out her own mask out of a bag. Just wearing the amulet maybe. They could have had that just to hint that she might be in it. I don't know. They could have had Ernie Reyes Jr. up in there as Keno, just delivering a pizza. I don't know. Fucking Casey Jones, someone, guys, not rent-a-cops at a standing table. Josie, what is Josie? What is Josie gonna do? Josie! Oh my god. Anyways, stick around after the credits. There's a special John Bernthal post-credit scene, which is again is it's okay. It's okay. He's just like he's playing off of the fact that the cops idolize him to get out. He grabs his cop's hand after he tries to shake his hand like a dummy and breaks it. And then he, presumably he escapes. And he apparently, according to Marvel News, he's going to have his own special presentation like motherfucking Werewolf by Night, which is awesome and kind of not awesome at the same time because I feel like he should get a fucking Punisher Born Again. Where they just strictly adapt Garth Ennis's run, because goddamn, that is a definitive Punisher for me and for a lot of people. But apparently he's going to have his own special presentation, so it's probably going to be like an hour and change long. And apparently he's also writing it, which is kind of cool. Like, at the same time, it must be frustrating for the writers, because apparently this dude goes in and changes a lot of the dialogue. But, I mean, it comes off genuine. I feel like this dude just adds a lot of yas into it. Yeah, Red, yeah. Yeah. Say his name, Red. Yeah. He just adds that shit. But yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for the special presentation. But my fear is that it's gonna be too beholden to what happens in Daredevil Born Again. Like, it's gonna be in the city with lawlessness, and that's gonna be the backdrop. It's not gonna be a purely Punisher story. It's gonna be like, my hope was that they were gonna adapt the one of the story arcs from the comics, like when he fights like a bunch of human traffickers or some shit. Maybe, I mean, that could still fit within the Daredevil verse, I guess. But I'm just hoping that the only part of the special presentation from Daredevil is his escape. I hope they give that fool like his own story. I hope he gets more than just a special presentation, because that is my favorite Marvel character just in general when written correctly. But yeah, that was the season 1 finale of Daredevil Born Again. I tried to do this by myself. It was a fucking mess. I'll try to do better. What is May 1st is the Thunderbolts. Maybe I'll come back. I don't know. I just needed to get this off my chest. Do a little Fisk impersonations, you know? Encouraging! The dude was going fucking ham. Oh my god. This dude, what else did this fool say? He was just, Vanessa. I can't even think of anything right now. What else? Did I miss anything? Oh, man. Yeah. That's about it. I'm just going to go now. You're listening to the light sounds of KOIT. Nope, no, that is not it. I had to fucking punch in and re-add this after I finished my podcast because I'm an idiot. I was all over the place. And I totally forgot to include the head popping scene. You know which one. Here comes the head popper. Murderer. That dude was fucking going. Those are some of the best practical effects I've seen. That shit took me back to fucking the first RoboCop in 1987. There's nothing even remotely as violent as that scene in Daredevil Born Again in any. Well, maybe, you know what? Well, I guess Punisher Warzone with, what's his face? Who's a great Punisher, by the way. Oh, God, I'm blanking on his name. Ray Stevenson. That was a great Punisher, horrible storyline. John Bernthal's an okay Punisher, okay storyline. Thomas Jane is also a good Punisher, terrible storyline. But Ray Stevenson was a great Punisher, in my opinion. But yeah, that cartoonish violence in Punisher Warzone, it was like a little, it was a step under that gore, because that gore was actually believable when fucking Fisk ripped his jaw off somehow. Oh my God, he was squeezing his head right at the temples. I really thought he was just gonna be like, oh fuck, I can't do it. I'm tired, Buck. I'm tired. Just give me the gun. But no, somehow his hands like slipped and he ripped part of his forehead off and then his whole fucking jaw off. I can't believe I almost forgot to include that in the fucking breakdown. That's how all over the place I am. But yeah, all right. That's the part that was, oh my God. I'm just thinking about all the carnage in this season alone. When he broke that dude's elbow and the bone didn't fully pop out, but it was bleeding in the skin. Ugh, yeah, gross. And then this head. I think the grossest thing that could even match that was when he decapitated that dude with that fucking Range Rover door. And you didn't see it. You just saw a bunch of splash. And it was kind of like dark. I don't even know if you saw the splash. You heard it. But this, yeah, super graphic. I loved it. You can only imagine how the Punisher special presentation is going to be. That shit's going to be a gore fest. I'm looking forward to it. Anyways, I'll try to come back. This was all over the place. I don't know. Let me know if you enjoyed this. This was just a bunch of bullshit. Thank you. I'm not Wakandan, but my bionic arm enhanced. Just say the words, I'm activated like a Nazi trance. Catch vibranium to your cranium, wanna glance. Full body cast from a Cyclops optic blast. I doubt you crews prepared for this hit. Catch a glimpse of who I'm with, have you scared of the clip? No heart-shaped herbs or any terrigen myths. I'm taking out your ankles on some anti-carrion shit.